No Eddie yet. There's Eddie. It's Eddie's client. Nunez. He's there. Mr. Nunez, your mute button is on. There you go. All right. Y'all ready?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Morning. If you would raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Is your true name Hector Daniel Nunez Medina?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand? You put your hand down. You understand in this case you're charged with criminal trespass.
Yes.
Have you had enough time to go over that case with your attorney?
Yes, we have talked about it a few times.
Okay. And it looks like you and your attorney have worked out a plea agreement for what's called deferred adjudication. Do you understand that? I didn't hear you. You have to say something. Okay. And do you understand we're doing this plea electronically and your attorney is online with us right now?
Yes, sir.
Are you okay with that?
Yes, sir.
To the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
I plead guilty.
Accept your plea guilty, defer finding guilt for a period of 12 months. You're going to be placed on community supervision on deferred status for 12 months. Or to do the things contained in your plea agreement. Also understand that if you get everything done early, it's very likely you could get released early from probation, okay?
All right.
In addition, once you're done with your probation, you'll have the immediate right to petition the court for non-disclosure of your records, okay?
Okay.
Can you be up here in about a half hour or so to do the paperwork?
Yes, sir. In about 11.
What'd you say?
I'll be there in about 30 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Just come to County Court Law number 3. The bailiff will bring the paperwork out to you and get your thumbprints. Then you'll meet with collections. Then you'll meet with probation. Then you'll be free to go. Okay. Do you have any questions about anything else?
No, sir. Well, get there. So I just go straight to the courtroom 3.
County Court Law number 3. Yes. It's on the first floor of the courthouse.
Okay. I'll be there in about 30 minutes or so.
Okay. We'll see you then. Thank you. See you.
Judge, Hector, you can log out now, Hector. May I ask you a question? Do you have 2
Yes.
minutes on another matter?
Sure.
Okay. Hector, if you want, you can log out and go. I have another client. Last name is Diaz. First name Fernando. He's an inmate on a revo, and he also has a pending marijuana charge that is yet to be filed, and he has an immigration hold. Is it even possible to get, before I even ask for one, is it possible to get a PR bond when someone is held on a warrant from a revo?
Well, you can get a PR bond on all of that, other than the.
He's eligible for a PR bond on his possession of marijuana charge because he's got 51 days in jail presently. But the bond amount I think is 1,000 on his motion to adjudicate from 2016.
But he could get PR bonds on those two. The problem is immigration hold will keep him held.
Right. Well, they'll come get him. ICE will come get him, move him to immigration, and where he's hopeful that he can get a bond on his immigration hold and be released and then have his immigration case. Not that it matters today, but his English is better than mine. He was brought over here as a child from El Salvador. And so his preference as of a day or so ago, and I can't confirm it, was to, if possible, to bond out so that he gets moved over there without his dad having to spend $1,000 on the bond.
Right.
on the old one here. You know, Allen PD has said 2 weeks ago that they were going to bring it over to the DA's office, but they didn't. And if they send it to the lab, it could be months and months.
Is it in our court?
It is.
Yeah, just,
Well, the motion to adjudicate is,
yeah,
presumably the new one will be.
you know who it is?
Chad does.
Yeah, let's give them PR bonds and everything, and
On both? Okay.
and y'all can do what you want to do.
He's going to get moved over to immigration. In a perfect world, he's able to bond out from there and he'll be able to handle these cases here. It's possible that he doesn't get a bond over there and they move him.
Right.
But he's aware of that.
Yep, we'll take care of it.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it, Judge.
Man, see you later.
Thanks. How's Mindy? Is she?
She's back.
Negative.
She's
okay.
still negative.
Okay.
She's a negative attitude parent, is what she said.
All right. Well, it's still early. I guess that could change. All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. We have Robert Jarvis, Garrett Shepard, or Ross Lucas.
Lucas Ross and Jarvis are together.
All right. Mr. Lucas, you're muted right now. You have to unmute. There's a little red button. It has a little microphone on it somewhere. There you go. All right. This is 003-86491-2020, State Texas versus Ross Lucas. And if you would raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Is your true name Ross Lucas?
Yes.
And do you understand you're charged in this case with a terroristic threat?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to go over the case with your attorney?
Yes.
And do you understand your attorney is online with us right now and we're doing this plea electronically?
Yes.
Are you okay with that?
Yes.
It looks like you and your attorney have worked out a plea agreement for 2 years on deferred. Do you understand that?
I do.
All right. To the charge of making a terroristic threat, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your plea guilty. Defer finding guilt for a period of 2 years. You can be placed on community supervision on deferred status for 2 years or do the things contained in your plea agreement. You will need to meet with collections and probation at some point this morning. Can you be up here in about a half hour or so?
Could it make it an hour? I'm up in Sherman.
Hour's fine.
Okay.
You just have to get your paperwork done, meet with collections, meet with probation, then you'll be free to go, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything else?
No, don't believe so.
All right, well, we'll see you here in about a half hour or so, or hour. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Later. We have Pappas and Garrett, Shepherd, they together. Mr. Shepherd, you need to unmute. There you go.
Hello.
Are y'all ready?
We are. Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
If you would raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Is your true name Garrett Scott Shepard?
Yes.
And do you understand your charge in this case with assault?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to go over the case with your attorney?
Yes, I have.
And it looks like you and your attorney worked out a plea agreement for what's called deferred adjudication. Do you understand that?
I do.
Do you understand how deferred works?
Yes.
You won't be found guilty of anything. At the end of your probation, I think you'll have to wait 2 years, but you'll be able to petition the court for non-disclosure of your records, okay?
Okay.
In addition, if you get everything done early, it's very likely you could get released early from probation, okay?
Okay.
And do you also understand we're doing this plea electronically and your attorney is online with us right now?
Yes, I do.
Are you okay with that?
I am.
All right. To the charge of assault, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Accept your plea guilty, defer finding guilt for a period of 12 months. You're going to be placed on community supervision for 12 months or to do the things contained in your plea agreement. You will need to meet with collections and probation at some point this morning. Can you be up here in about a half hour or so?
Yeah, I think it's about 30 minutes from my house. So as
Okay.
soon as this is over, I'll head that way.
Okay, and just come to County Court Law number 3. The bailiff will bring the paperwork out to you, get your thumbprint, and get you up to collections. After you meet with collections, you'll meet with probation, then you'll be free to go, okay?
Okay.
You have any questions about anything else?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, thank you
Excuse me
very
one
much.
minute, Your Honor. Garrett, why
Yes.
don't you call me when you're done at the pre-probation meeting later on this morning, okay?
Okay, will do.
All right, thank you.
Thank you all. See you
Judge, how
later.
you been?
We're good. We're staying out of trouble.
I'm not gonna let you hook off without telling me how it's going up there. I was the pretrial in Judge Smith's court yesterday, or Wednesday. We've got a guy that's been sitting in jail for 530 days, and I took over the case about 6 months ago. The problem is we've got elderly witnesses that are both fact witness and character witnesses coming from Mississippi. So I went ahead and filed a motion for continuance. We're set the second Monday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I just thought there is no way that's got to be the perfectly worst time to have a jury trial. But they had a jury out. They were waiting for a verdict while we were doing the pretrial.
The felony courts are doing some jury trials, but it's just not worth it right now. We're not gonna get any. I mean, we're missing.
Well, no, and in light of what happened up in federal
Right.
district court, having to shut that trial down. But Judge Smith was, bless his heart, he's great. He always has been. He was as a prosecutor. I don't know what the inside the courthouse view is because I'm not up there, but he's a good judge.
Yeah.
He just said, I normally wouldn't have a problem granting it, but your guy's been there 530 days.
Yeah.
And I kind of delicately pointed out that this is an issue. The case isn't, if I'm successful, he's not going to walk away with a not guilty. It's going to be a lesser included that he'll be glad he's got the credit for all the time he's done.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's just right now what they have to go through to get a jury is, I guess it's worth it, but it's just hard to do. We just won't get any. I mean,
Well, I think it's going to get worse. I think there's going to be, there's 12 million people in North Texas, and at least 1 million of them are going to have people in their homes for Thanksgiving that aren't normally there.
we're not.
And if even 1 in 10 of those homes end up with a spread, then they're going to spread it. And yeah, that Monday's a bad Monday.
It's like the old shampoo bottle commercial.
That's exactly right. Well, we date ourselves when we remember that one, Judge. Thank you for getting this plea in, Judge.
No
And Mr. Shepard's going to be fine. So
All right. Good luck, y'all.
thank you.
See you later.
All right, Garrett, take care.